Hey everybody, Kelly here, and I want to do a very quick video because I get a lot of questions regarding, I'm getting ready to go on this listing presentation and I'm not feeling comfortable with the comps. I think the homeowner wants a little bit more than what it's worth. Can I get some help? Blah, blah, blah. And what I want to do is I want to approach this subject like an appraiser would look at it. Unfortunately, a lot of agents, because of lack of training, and those of you that are doing this at a high level, just ignore what I'm teaching on. This is very generic. Very entry-level stuff, but it's going to make the point. But if you've got a different system, go about your business because this might not be of interest to you. But for those of you agents watching this that are struggling, I'm going to break down some things that will help you as you are preparing your estimation of value for a home that you want to list. Now, one of the things I'm going to say up front that you should not be doing, and a lot of agents do, is trying to go with what we call a square foot pricing. And it's just a bad way to do it. For instance, in that example, you've got two homes in the same subdivision. They're both 2,000 square foot. But one of the homes has a swimming pool. It's on a golf course and it has a brand new kitchen with granite. And the other home has got Formica, older kitchen, no swimming pool. And it's on an interior lot, not on the golf course, right? So if the home on the golf course sold for $300,000 and say it was 185 bucks a square foot, you can't take that 185 a square foot and go to the other home and call it a day. You're going to be woefully overpriced and not sell the home. So you have to take into consideration when your valuations are being done, the amenities, the things that make that house unique. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your subject property, the property that you want to list, and you're going to find other properties that sold in the last 6 to 8 months near that, either in the same subdivision or directly outside, but within a couple miles of that home. And what you want to do is you want to find very similar homes, a couple hundred square foot difference either way. But what you don't want to do is you don't want to take a 2,000 square foot home and go try to comp it against a 4,000 foot home or a 1,200 foot home. Or let's say your home was built in 1950. You don't want to try and comp it against homes that were built in 2016, 17, 18, 19. Find homes, if at all possible, that are very close to yours, that sold, that you already have a square foot price, you already have an appraised value, it's sold for this much, and now you can take and start doing your comparables. So let me show you what I'm talking about on the next screen. So in this example, we're going to look at a comp, and we're going to look at the subject being the property you are trying to fix an evaluation on, and the comp is something that recently sold in the same neighborhood, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to look at the subject home, the home that you want to list. It has no pool. It's got Formica and an older kitchen. There's no extra bath, and it's 3,000 square foot. The sold comp in the same neighborhood has a swimming pool. It's got granite, and the kitchen's been freshly updated. There is an extra bathroom. It's 500 square foot larger, and it's sold at $500,000. Now, with that, we can now build an estimation of value on the subject property. All things being considered, they're very close to one another in square footage. One property has an actual sold appraised price. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over here and make some adjustments. Pardon me. First thing we're going to do is reduce the comp $15,000. We want to take away $15,000 because it's got 500 foot bigger. Now, in your mind, you're probably thinking, well, shouldn't we add? No. We're taking something that's already sold. We're trying to get it to become just like the subject property. And to do that, we take $15,000 off the 500K sold appraised price. And now we're whittling it down so that we can come up with a price on your subject property. Then we reduce the comp a further $25,000 because it has the brand new kitchen. So we want to take away $25,000 from the comp because your subject doesn't have it. Again, we're trying to get them to, at some point, be exactly alike. We're going to reduce the comp by $12,000 for the full bath, extra full bathroom in your comp. And then lastly, we're going to take $15,000 off the comp because it has a full swimming pool. And once we do all of that, the adjusted price for the subject property in this instance would be $433,000. So back over here, the price for this home that sold is $500K. This home in the same subdivision is $433,000. That's the price you would be going in at the top end. because we already know that this comp, in this case, let's say it sold in 25 days. We already know the market said, according to the appraisal, that this home was worth $500,000. So there's no way that an appraiser is going to come in and say, well, the subject is close to the 500 when the subject property does not have all of the goodies. So guys, as you're making your adjustments on your CMA, you always want to make sure that you're comparing apples to apples. And at the end of the day, what you want to do is make both houses equal. And you do that by either adding to or taking away the subject versus the comp. I hope that made sense. If you want more information on that, just private message me. Maybe when I have time, we'll get together. But I wanted to share this with you because this is very important. Now, one other thing, I just had a Zoom with an agent. We were talking about this, which is what made me want to shoot this video. And here's what she said. I'm nervous. I'm getting ready to go to this listing presentation. Do you have any advice? And I said, one of the first things that the seller is probably going to ask you for, and this is why you always want to make sure you are taking over that presentation. You don't ever want to give or cede the authority to the seller for the presentation. It's not because you're a dominating, piece of trash. You've got to control this thing because it can get out of hand. Please understand, the seller thinks his house is worth $5 million. What you need to do is give him market statistics to show him what the true value is. So one of the things I told her to do when you get into that presentation, as you're going through your listing presentation, and the CMA portion I just showed you should be at the very end, and it should only be 5 minutes, right? You should be building value on how you're going to market this guy or this lady or this couple's home. But if they start off by saying, well, can you tell me what your commission is? Here's what you're going to say. You're going to do a pattern interrupt. Mr. Seller, is commission important to you? Well, yeah. I totally understand. And in about 15 minutes, I'm actually going to share with you what we charge to sell our homes. But before we get there, I have a question. Is commission or how much profit you make on the home, which of those two are more important to you? What you're going to pay or how much you're going to make? They will always say, if they're honest, well, obviously how much money I'm going to make. Exactly. When I get through this presentation and show you the value of your home that I have come up with using an appraisal method, I think you're going to see that I'm probably the only choice that you should make to sell your home because I'm going to maximize your profits on this home. Is that fair? Guys, that's how you handle that commission objection right up front. If you start talking commission, as soon as you sat down at the table, you're done. You're not going to get the listing. That's just historically how it is. All right, I'm going to end it there. Again, this is a great, great method. I did a very slimmed down version. But this is a great method for you to start to look at with regards to coming up with your pricing on your homes that you're going after for listings. I hope this made sense. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you're a real estate agent and you are in a position where you're thinking about changing, go ahead and message me below. I'd love to share with you why I moved my entire company to eXp Realty. I'm not going to recruit you. I'm going to give you the good, the bad, and the ugly. One thing I'll let you know. I haven't found another broker that I can do this with. In the last 2.5 years, I've got close to $60,000 right now in stock because I joined this company. Guys, it's my retirement. It's part of my retirement. And I don't know any other broker that I could have been with for 2+ years that I would have 60 grand in my stock account I could literally pull out. And that's just one of about 5 reasons that I decided to move my company to eXp. So if that's you, let me know if you want to have that conversation. I would love to share it with you. And otherwise, hit subscribe, hit the bell, and stay tuned for some of these videos that I'm pouring out just for you, a real estate agent. All right, have a great day. I look forward to talking with you guys on the next video.